We're gonna do a recap of our trip to Mexico. So the first day that we came, we stayed in Boston on Sunday, and then took an Uber to the airport, which was a breeze. We got through the airport. Turn it down. We got through the airport, and then we had a little bit of time before our flight boarded. Got some breakfast, and then we got on a plane. It was four and a half hours. 4.5 hour flight, very smooth, a little bit of turbulence, and then the landing was very, very smooth. When we got to Mexico, we didn't have to go through anything. There was customs, you could declare items, but we didn't have anything to declare. They had a, what is that dog called?
Drug sniffing dog.
A drug sniffing dog. Amelia's bag got sniffed, and they asked if she had any beef jerky or treats in there. But that was it. We went through the Shark Tank. Nobody even approached us. They just all stood there with like signs asking. They were trying to get you to sign up for like timeshares and stuff. That's what they do there. But nobody even bothered us. We went right straight through it, and it was a breeze. We got outside, and we had a private transfer to the SLS, and they were having issues with their internet, so their internet was a little down, or not a little, but it was down. So it took a little bit of time to get onto the bus, but the guy that was there was very informational, let us know what was going on, and kept checking on us, making sure that everything was okay and we didn't need anything. Once we got on the transfer, it was about a 40 minute ride to SLS. We got to SLS, and they greeted us with a cold towel, brought us in to check in. Our room was ready. Daniel and Amelia's room was not ready yet. So we all came to our room and got changed if we could. And then we went and found some lunch, which lunch was so good. So good. Then we checked in for Daniel and Amelia. They were able to get their room after lunch. And then we got changed. And we also booked some dinner reservations. If you're not an elite, if you don't book the elite package, you do need to make reservations you can make it for that night and the next day, and then you'll want to go in every day to make more reservations. The first night we had Asian, which was very, very good. And the service was amazing. The next day, because we kind of just like hung out in our pool and things like that, we didn't really do much. The next day was more of a hangout day as well, right?
The swim out.
We went to the swim up pool. You can swim up to the bar and get drinks. And did we go in the ocean that day too? I think. It's been a couple days, so it's hard to remember. So that was Tuesday. Tuesday we had Mexican. I'm not a fan of Mexican food, so I tried some, random like fish tacos and stuff. They were good. The desserts were phenomenal. The presentation of them were amazing. They did like a fire show, and then one of them came out and was like a chocolate or a white chocolate skull. It was really cool. Then we hung out on the rooftop bar. We were up there for quite some time, just hanging out. They did some music and dancing. we came back to the room. Almost every night we came back to the room and went into our swim up pool, or not like our swim up room pool. And what was that, Wednesday? So that was Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yep, Tuesday.
So Wednesday we ended up booking an excursion. We went to the cenotes. We went into a cave one in Tulum. We went in a cave and an open cenote. The men jumped the cliff. I'm not a fan of jumping, so I didn't. I just recorded. We had a private guide. His name was Oscar. He was amazing. He is what made our trip. It was literally like, if it wasn't for Oscar, like, he made the whole trip. He was just very informational. You know, we would ask him a question, he'd be right on it. He actually used to live in Miami, Florida as a truck driver. Now he's here with his wife and a couple other family members. He still has family over in the US, but he has only been here about 6 to 7 months. But he was phenomenal. He actually was our guide the entire time, so not only did he drive us there, but he also guided us around the cenotes. The open cenote, he didn't go in with us. He said, you know, it's your time, enjoy your time. I'm here if you have any questions or whatnot, but enjoy it. But he did bring us in the cave and brought us around to show us the little things. There was like a tiger or cougar in the cave.
Jaguar, I think.
And he's like, nobody disturb it, just be quiet, but check out what's behind me. And it was like right there in the cave, and we're all like looking. I was looking for a bat, and then all of a sudden I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. It scared me a little. But there was bats that we did see when we got out. But then we went, what was the guy's name? We got a blessing as well.
The Shama.
The Shama. We got a blessing by the Shama, who does not speak English or Spanish. They speak their own Mayan language. So we got a blessing. We also bought a couple little knicky-knack things there. I got some magnets. Amelia and Daniel got a bracelet and a necklace, and they both got them blessed by the Shama. Then, because the cenotes, why was it you had to get a blessing?
Because it's sacred water.
It's sacred water.
So they take all the bad energy out of it.
So that's why they do a blessing before we go, to take all the bad energy out of us, so that, you know, keep the waters clean. So then after the cenotes, we drove about 15-20 minutes on the road, and we swam with turtles. The guide brought us out to the coral reefs as well, which was not a part of the tour, but she still brought us out there because she's new to the country as well, and so she likes to bring you out to the coral reefs. It was a lot of swimming. I was exhausted by the end of the night. We needed to be back. We got back around 5 so that because we had dinner at 6, so we needed to get back. But Oscar stopped at a 7-Eleven, brought us to a place that he knew that there was monkeys. So there was a gas station just on the side of the road, and there was a bunch of monkeys in the trees, and we could take pictures. He bought a banana so that we could feed them. He was really cool. And then he brought us back, and then we went to, we got showered and stuff to go to dinner. That night we had steakhouse. We had the steakhouse. I personally think that the steakhouse was my least favorite restaurant that we went to. They just were more pushy on their premium items that you actually had to purchase, because this is an all-inclusive. we didn't really want to purchase anything additional, so we just got what was, available on the menu, which was still great items. They just were cooked not to necessarily likings, I think. And the meat was, what was it? You got a ribeye? A ribeye, and the ribeye was very, very, very thin. My sirloin was thicker than the ribeye. The service, it was subpar. It wasn't like, they didn't go out of their way or anything. Oh yeah, we talked about the Mexican. And then I was just so tired from swimming and being out in the sun all day. We couldn't wear sunscreen at the cenotes or with the turtles. So I was a little bit of burnt, and just my arms were tired from swimming, and I was worn out. So we just went back to the room and passed out for the night. But we booked an excursion the next day as well for Isla Mujeres to go and explore the island. We were supposed to have a private private boat over to the island. It was not private at all. They were late. We were supposed to be out there for 8:30 to get on like a little dinghy boat to bring us to the bigger boat. The little dinghy never came. We went to the front desk. They were like, oh, well, the dinghy will be here for 9:50. And at that point in time, it was like 9:20. So we didn't really have that much time to wait. So we were like, okay, perfect. The worker met us out to the water so that he could make sure that we actually did get on the dinghy. We never got on the dinghy until like 5 or 10 minutes after 10. So we did a lot of waiting around. We were waiting since 8:15 to get on this dinghy boat. It literally brought us not that far offshore to another boat, and then we had to transfer from that boat in the middle of the ocean. I say in the middle, but it wasn't really the middle. Like, we probably could have swam out to the boat or really even walked out there, because it wasn't even that deep, I don't think. But we transferred over. They went over and picked up more people, and then we headed over. I mean, I guess it was fine, but we still got 5 hours over on the island, even though we were supposed to be picked up for 9. Well, we were supposed to be picked up at 8:30 to get on the bigger boat for 9 to get over to the island. We still got 5 hours. Oh well. We got over there, rented a golf cart.
Choppy seas.
Oh yeah, it was very choppy, very choppy. There's a hurricane down by like Jamaica right now, so I think that it's blowing up here. So we got over there, rented a golf cart, and I ChatGPT'd a 4-hour trip just so we have extra time to kill. A 4-hour trip of like what to see, and like time wise. We went to, what was that beach called?
Playa Norte.
Playa Norte. We swam for a little bit. Very pretty water. The men got pictures with the police. They were out on the beach. So then we left there, went to Punta Sur, which has the
Ruins.
Mine ruins. We viewed all those. We were at the most southern point of the island. Took some pictures and stuff, and then we headed to lunch. We had lunch at the what was it called? The Joint. It's like a Jamaican restaurant. That was pretty yummy. Then we took the golf cart back to where we kind of came from to do a little bit of shopping. When we got back, we had about 50 minutes before we needed to return the golf cart, so we kind of did some Isla Mujeres 500s on the main strip there until we were only a few minutes before we needed to return the golf cart, so we did that. And then we did some shopping. The shopping They're very like, I have cigars, I have shirts, I have souvenirs, I have this, I have that, come on in, like, oh, come in this one. They'll stand on the sidewalks and be like, oh, I have AC, come in here. It was very not a good sales pitch. I would rather go into a store where they're not even talking to you, kind of thing. I'm not going to go in because you're begging me to go into your store, kind of thing. We went and got some magnets and a shirt. And then we also tried their Coke in a bottle. Oscar told us that the Coke in the bottle is the best Coke, and that Mexico actually drinks more Coke than the United States. And the ones in the bottle, the like glass bottle, are better than the can. Then we had to meet back at this jewelry shop, and then we got back on the boat. Went back to play a, what is it, Mujeres? Mujeres. We got back here and were told that the little dinghy boat that we were on originally had gotten punctured, and that we would most likely have a bus waiting for us. Well, when we got on shore, there was not a bus waiting for us. And we sat there for maybe 20-30 minutes waiting for the bus to get there. The bus gets there, and it's not a bus for us. But yet, they called us all over. And then they said, 5 minutes and the other bus will be here. We went and sat back down, and very quickly, thank goodness it wasn't 5 minutes, because we were sweating in places we didn't know we could sweat. I was drenched in sweat. And we were under shade, but there was like hardly any breeze. Finally, the other bus showed up, and we were able to get in, and then we were one of the first stops. We didn't have dinner until 9 p.m. for reservations, so we went back to our rooms, dropped off our stuff, and hit the pool immediately because we were sweating still. We went to the bungalow and got a couple things to eat to bring back to the pool, and we just went to the swim up bar and hung out, had a good time. It got a little cold. The sun was setting and stuff, so we got in the hot tub, which is only like 33 degrees Celsius, so it's not that hot. Got in there, hung out, just chilled, talked with Daniel and Amelia were there with us. Had a great time. Then I think it was 2 hours or an hour and a half before dinner, we got out, came back, showered, got ready for dinner, and then we did something before dinner. We went and got coffee, and we got dessert before dinner because the coffee shop had desserts which were really good, really good. Then we went and met at the Italian restaurant. It was very fancy. Daniel looked at me and was like, "Where's the chicken broccoli Alfredo?" And I said, "Daniel, this is not Olive Garden." It was very fancy. Italian restaurant. It was, all the works. Very good. We had a lot of good food. The service was really good too. Got done with there. You and I, what did we do? Did we come back here?
Yeah.
Or did we hang out somewhere? We got done because it was...
We went to the shops.
It was after 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, that's right. The shops were still open. They have a couple little gift shops. So we went into the gift shops, and I got the shirt. It's got a shark on it with Mexico. And then Zach got a shirt. It looks like a American or Aeropostale kind of shirt. It's cool. Oh, and I got this hat because it was free. You bought 2 shirts, you got a free hat. And then I didn't even know that they had like a jewelry store as well. Plus they had another shop that was called The Shop. And so I went in there with Amelia, and there was like little knicky-knacky things in there. So we got, I love to bring back magnets for our family and friends. So I got a couple extra magnets at it because I had a couple people that I didn't get for. So I got a couple magnets, a little keychain that says something about I'm happy when I'm traveling. And then Amelia got a couple little things. But there was little, glass dash hounds in there. I wish they had said Mexico on them, or I would have gotten them, but they were just, like, we wouldn't have known that they were from Mexico kind of thing. Especially since we have a lot of that stuff. Then we headed back to the room and relaxed, went to sleep, and then I set an alarm for 6 o'clock this morning because I wanted to get up and actually enjoy the few hours that we have, because we have to be to the front desk for 9:30 to get on our bus to go to the airport. I love the fact that our bracelets are our room keys. This is our room key, so we literally just like don't even have to think about if we have a key with us or not, because it's right here. Zach's has seen better days. I, like, the first or second night I had to go back up to the lobby to get it cut and put back on, because this gets tight and I felt like I was suffocating almost. I was like, I can't do this. So that has pretty much been our trip. We have had an amazing time. We highly recommend SLS. It's an all-inclusive. It's the first all-inclusive SLS, and it has just been amazing. The staff has been amazing. We walk past somebody in the hall and they say good morning, hola. Everybody has been so nice. We haven't had a really bad experience at all, other than the transfer, but that had nothing to do with the hotel. It's been phenomenal. We've had such a great time. Unfortunately, it has come to an end. It's day 5. Sad. But we have packed up our stuff, and shortly we're going to be heading to the hotel lobby to get on the bus to go home. I'm excited to see our doggies, but I'm sad to go because it's been wonderful. But thanks for watching.